Hey, Brian Wright, Daily B, 190, I don't know. Hey, it's Brian Wright with the Daily B from brianwright732.com. You could also find out my podcast at thehivecast.com. We're also on Google Play, TuneIn, iTunes, it's everywhere. The Hivecast, the Hive Podcast. That's basically how you find us. So here's the deal. I'm talking to an athlete the other day. He's got a big fight coming up. And the question I had for him, and it's the question I have for a lot of people because you'd be amazed at how this goes down. The question was, you fight, you win, are you validating the self-belief that you're a champion? Or are you surprising yourself by winning again? Now that sounds weird, but think about it. If you are missing, I call it self-love, I call it the void. If you're having a problem where the communication with yourself is negative and you're not believing in the things that you're doing, like actually believing, not being positive thinking, positive talk, being like, I'm a champion, but actually fucking believing deep to your core, to your satisfied center self, am I a champion? When you win, you may be sitting there having this feeling of, holy shit, I just surprised myself, I did it again. Or if you lose, you're validating the thought of, you're right, I'm a loser. Your brain is a complicated thing. Something that we tend to do is we tend to define ourselves in the negative. So if anything positive occurs, it's like, wow, look what just happened. We try and soften the blow of the potential failure instead of embracing everything we've done for victory. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I just said? That you give yourself the out. You self-sabotage in your thinking. That's like a cliche term, but it's a real thing. You self-sabotage yourself so that if you fail, you are prepared for it because you've said, I'm not good enough. Basically, you're saying, I suck, instead of saying, I'm a champion. And even if you are a champion and you lose, it's just part of the process. It's not, I'm a loser, I'm a champion who just happened to lose this engagement. So the mindset here, and again, cliche term, but it's the understanding of what is your real belief system and what are you fabricating because of the potential outcomes. If you are truly a winner, if you're truly a champion, you care about the outcome, but you don't. Follow me on this. You care about the outcome because that's what you're training to do, which is to win. But if the outcome of the particular engagement is not exactly what you wanted, say you were fighting and you lose, it doesn't mean you're not going to be a champion. It means you lost today. It's the infinite finite battle over and over and over again. Are we playing to win every engagement in every moment, even though it could take away our future potential for growth? Or are we understanding that as long as we continue to learn and make progress, everything we do is the foundation for the next thing? Instead of living and dying by each engagement and not looking at the future, not looking at what's to come, not looking at what we're preparing ourselves for. Now again, one of the issues on that too is you can't always be thinking about tomorrow because today actually does matter. So today is a building block for tomorrow. So it really matters. But what matters most is that it all fits together and and you're making progress. It's a forward moving thing. It's not something where you're living in this little block and then it's over and then you have to start again. But it's this block that you then put another block and another block, and each time you put a new block, it's more experienced. It's greater understanding. It's more clarity. Your goal is getting closer, the ultimate goal. And here's the thing about champions. Okay, you can win all the championships you want in this moment. But if you're fortunate enough to live a long life, how are you going to stay a champion forever? How are you going to take that championship and you're going to continue to have a good championship life from it? Are you going to be able to take the skills and see the value in those skills and apply them to your everyday so you win at everything you do? Are you going to apply those skills to how you communicate with other people so you're giving them the tools that you got to be a champion, and then are you giving it to them so that they can be successful? They can have gratitude and appreciation towards you, which means they'll give you an opportunity for greater growth. It's all this cyclical process. When we're young, we don't have experience, but we can at least have a focus. And then as we get more experience and we maintain the focus, we can make progress towards our goals. We have to have short-term goals, mid-term goals, long-term goals. You always have to have goals, but you have to have all of them. You have to have a long-term goal that's influencing your short-term. You have to have a mid-term goal that's going to finance your short-term and your long-term. There's all these different variables in play, but it comes down to, what do you believe? Do you believe in you? Do you believe your goal is possible? And are you willing to not self-sabotage? Are you willing to not allow the doubt and the fear to derail you? We all have doubt. We all have fear. That's part of the human condition. That's what it means to be human. The one thing we all have is we're all scared. We all have fear. We all have tremendous amounts of doubt. Some more than others. But the thing is, we have these fears and we have these doubts because our brain's trying to get us to say, do I really want to do this? I'm going to try and make you quit. But if you fight through and you stay the course and you get it done, you're going to have satisfaction. Not happiness. You're going to have satisfaction because you know you did it. Your brain plays tricks. Your brain says, hey, this is going to suck. This is going to hurt. Do you really want to do it? And if you believe, you say yes and you go. If you don't believe, you allow the fear and the doubt to dictate the negative outcome. And then you use the fear and the doubt to validate this negative understanding of yourself. That's when you forget the work you did. That's when you forget that you have skills. You forget that you have talents. You forget that you have whatever it is you have. And you allow this fabricated doubt and these real fears, but fears of something that hasn't occurred yet, so it's still an abstract thing. You're letting this abstract possible future that you have control of in your own hands dictate your belief. Don't allow the abstract to dictate your belief. Allow the concrete reality of, these are my skills, these are my talents, this is how hard I've worked, this is what my brain is prepared to do. Embrace all of these things. Focus on that. Allow the doubt and the fear to be there because it's going to make you question, and that's fine, but make sure the answer is real. It's not some abstract design to make you feel better if the outcome's not exactly what you wanted. So I hope it makes sense, but you really have to look deep, look within. You have to say, this is who I am, this is what I believe, and you have to stay strong with it. Then you have to do the work so you have less doubt and you have less fear. And that work has to be in line with what your actual skills are, what your actual talents are. If you don't have enough skill, you can learn skills. Your talent is something that it is what it is. You can hone it, you can focus it, you can use it. But again, it's like the LeBron thing. You know, I'm never going to play basketball like LeBron, but LeBron can't do certain things that I do. I have to be the LeBron of my world. And he has to just go be LeBron and win NBA titles. But the thing is, you've got to embrace your talents, embrace your skills, do the damn work, create your belief off that. Don't allow the abstract to derail the work, to derail reality, and have you forming an opinion, having you form a belief on the abstract. And the abstract is the future. The future is not real. The future hasn't come yet. The future is going to be based on what you do. The world is not dictating your future. You're dictating your future on how you respond to what the world is and brings and does. Got that? Take control. Move forward. Allow the doubt and the fear to be there to make you question. But answer those questions with belief, not with fabricated ideas. Be strong enough to know that failure is part of the process. Don't worry what anyone else says. Worry about how you feel about it. Worry about your satisfaction. Fuck happiness. Who cares about happiness? I could be happy sitting on the couch drinking a beer, watching a Marvel movie. Or I can be satisfied by getting up off the couch, not drinking the beer, and going to work and providing for my family. I may not be as superficially happy, but that satisfaction is to my core. The satisfaction of doing the work. Providing with my skills and my talents, connecting with people like you, and creating something positive and momentum, there's satisfaction in that. That goes deep. Happiness is surface. Satisfaction is deep to your core. Live a life of satisfaction Don't live a life of surface happiness. All right, I think I've said too much. Or I've said enough. Not really, because I'll probably be back doing another one of these tomorrow. So, this is Brian Wright. Go for it! Daily B, I'm out.